Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ty and this is Tech with Tyder. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon as well so you get notified when we release new videos. And then also don't forget to hit the like so we know that you enjoy the video as well. So right now I am currently searching for the ultimate laptop that would help me with content creation as well as my IT consulting business. Now, there are certain requirements this laptop needs to meet, starting with the first being the price point. It needed to be no more than 3,500 Canadian dollar. There are also technical requirements I need of this laptop as well to be able to accomplish my search. I needed to have at least 16 gigs of RAM and 8 gig of VRAM for my GPU because I'll be doing 4K video editing. I also needed to have at least 8 core CPU for processing power. And there are other features as well, like a 4K display, a loudspeaker, and portability features such as being able to switch between tablet mode or laptop mode. Those would be bonus features as well. There are also port requirements that I need of this laptop. First being the fact that it needs to have a micro SD slot. It would also be nice if I could have a USB 3.0 port and an Ethernet port because I need those ports to provide IT support to my clients. I started my search with the Microsoft Laptop Studio. At the time, Microsoft claimed this laptop was targeted towards content creators. This laptop met my technical specification. I was able to get it in 16 gigs of RAM, 512 SSD flash-based storage. Now, there are also other selling features and bonus points about this laptop which I love, being the fact that it has the ability to be able to switch between multiple modes, so it can go between the tablet and the laptop mode. I also love the fact that this thing comes with the Dolby Atmos surround sound system with an inbuilt subwoofer. It also comes with the Dolby Vision OLED 4K display, which by the way is also touch capable. However, there were a couple of drawbacks with the Microsoft Laptop Studio. First being overheating problem. I found out that when I'm using this laptop under heavy load and I try to use it on my legs, this laptop would burn my leg. It was quite hot and uncomfortable to use. So I ended up having to put like a pillow or a buffer in between my leg and the laptop to use it. Secondly, being the fact that this thing ran on Windows 11 and Windows 11 was plagued with that famous and notorious blue screen of death. Sometimes I'm editing midway and then the laptop would just crash and then I would sometimes lose my files, which was quite frustrating. Another issue I had with this laptop was the lack of port, especially the micro SD port. Now the micro SD port is the most used port for any content creator. You use this port pretty much all times of the day, and the lack of this port meant that I constantly needed to have a dongle with me, and the absence of dongle meant I couldn't get any work done. This is a very frustrating feature for a laptop that's designed towards content creator. Another issue I had with this laptop was the battery life. I found myself constantly needing to charge this laptop at least once a day when I did use it under intense workload. This was quite frustrating, as I would rather not have to charge the laptop every single day. Now, due to the major drawbacks of the Microsoft Laptop Studio, my search continued and it led me to the Apple Macbook Pro with the M1 chip. There's a lot of positive reviews about this laptop, so I decided why not give it a try. Now, I was able to get this laptop in the Space Gray edition and with the following technical specification: a 32 gigs of RAM, a 512 flash-based SSD, an 8-core CPU, a 14-core GPU, and something that's new to laptops, it is a 16-core neural engine. Now this is something we've not seen in laptops before, and it is the first that Apple has introduced into their laptop. Now the neural engine is quite similar to the GPU. It basically helps with AI tasks and machine learning tasks. Now this laptop also comes with other bonus features such as the Dolby Atmos speaker, as well as a liquid retina display in 14-inch of course. Another exciting feature about this laptop is the fact that this laptop comes with a micro SD slot. I'm really excited about that feature about this laptop. Another thing with this laptop is it comes with two variations of the chip, of the M1 chip. You can get the M1 chip, the Pro or the Max. Now I decided to opt with the Pro because first of all, it fits within my budget and it also meets my needs. The Max is very powerful, insanely fast, but I don't need all of that power. The M1 Pro will do just that. I was able to get all of this for 3,200 Canadian dollar, tax included, which was $300 more than the Microsoft Laptop Studio, but it came with a little bit more technical specification for that price difference. After using this laptop for over 2 months, here are a couple of things I really do love about the MacBook Pro. 1. The micro SD slot. As a content creator, the micro SD slot is the most used port on the computer, and the fact that this laptop comes natively with an inbuilt SD slot means that I use a dongle less, and I don't have to worry about the disconnections and the disconnection problems with using a dongle. Secondly, the fan. Now, the cooling system on this laptop is quite impressive. One of the biggest issues I had with the Microsoft Laptop Studio was the fact that the fan was constantly running on high capacity or high mode. With this MacBook Pro, I can literally count the number of times I've actually heard the fan run. Now, this actually is very helpful because I don't have to turn the computer off or take the laptop out of the room when I need to record a video like this. The third thing I love about this laptop is the battery life of this laptop. Now, Apple has done a fantastic job in ensuring that they optimize and maximize the battery life of this laptop. I find that I'm able to go sometimes 2 days on a single charge on this laptop, all while using this laptop under intensive load, like editing videos, using the browser, as well as editing pictures as well, and even listening to music and watching multimedia content. It's very impressive. In stark contrast to my Microsoft Laptop Studio, that could barely make it through 1 day, and you needed to even do a lot of battery optimization tricks to get it to last even longer. This was not the case with the MacBook Pro. Number 4 is the Mac operating system. Now, the Mac operating system is quite an impressive and well-developed operating system. I had little to no application freezing or OS crashing like I was constantly used to in the Windows environment. This laptop literally has not crashed or frozen since I've been using it, and I'm really happy about that feature about this laptop. Compared to my Microsoft Laptop Studio, Windows 11 crashing and blue screen of death was a normal thing, and you always need to make sure your hand was always on the Control S button every single second just in case it crashed. Number 5, it's the Mac or Apple ecosystem. Now, the ecosystem of Apple is one of their most impressive features. I recently just got myself the iPhone 11 Pro. Of course, this was a hand-me-down phone because my wife loves iPhone and she recently upgraded from the 11 to the 13, so I made the 11 Pro Max my secondary phone. This phone immediately and instantly integrated nicely with the laptop. I'm able to send text messages, receive phone calls, and even integrate my smart home kit into the laptop natively without any additional configuration on my part. All of this worked quite seamlessly, and I quite enjoy that feature. Another big thing I really do love about this laptop is also that the AirPlay feature. Transferring files from the laptop and phones is quite seamless and very easy. This was not something I was used to coming from a Windows environment. I literally needed to employ the capability of a file management server. But in this case, I didn't really need to do that. Another selling feature of this Mac operating system is the security. The security on the laptop is top-notch. Many would even argue that you do not need an antivirus on this laptop. I am almost tempted to actually believe that as well, but I'm a very security conscious person, so I still would recommend getting an antivirus. Now, while the MacBook is a fantastic, well-rounded laptop, there were a couple of drawbacks that I didn't like about this laptop. First being the Mac operating system. As a Windows user, I've used Windows all of my life, starting from Windows 98 up all till Windows 11. And switching over to the Mac operating system made me struggle. I found navigating around the interface of the Mac OS quite stressful and difficult. Although many Apple users will argue that one of the biggest things they do love about Mac and iOS is how user-friendly, intuitive, and nicely laid out the interface is. That was not the case for me. I found that doing even basic tasks such as customized installation of softwares or moving things around was a problem, and most of the time took me so much time to figure out how to do. I ended up having to use the command line feature to be able to get even some of the most basic functionalities going in my use cases. So this is actually a major problem for me. and the learning curve is not something I really want to go into at this point. Another drawback of the MacBook is the closed ecosystem of Apple. For someone that wants to use Apple, you have to be willing and ready to commit to the ecosystem or already be within the Apple ecosystem. The moment I try to venture out of the Apple ecosystem, such as using my Pixel 6 Android phone or using some of my other Windows computer in the house, I started running into various issues such as file format compatibility problems. Now, this is a problem for me because as someone who loves variety and likes to try a lot of different products on the market, Apple discourages that. And finally, the lack of software options on the MacBook was a problem for me. At least software that I constantly use was a problem. In the Windows environment, there's a lot of open source softwares that I can use for things such as terminals, command line consoles, or even virtual machines. In the Apple world, most of it are either paid or don't even exist at all. So this is a problem for me, and I'm not really ready and willing right now to actually make that change. So for me, all of these are all deal breakers. Now, while the MacBook is a perfect laptop, it isn't a perfect laptop for me. So my search continues for the ultimate laptop. Recently, Nvidia's CEO just talked about a new studio laptop they're working on during their CES event. Now, this laptop is going to be based on the 3080 and 3060 graphics card, and they're going to be working towards manufacturing these laptops through their OEM partners like Asus, MSI, and even Razer. I'm super excited to actually go out and give this laptop a try, although this means I'll be going back to Windows, but I mean, at this point, I'd rather go back to Windows. The devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. So I'm just gonna bite that bullet and go back to the Microsoft Windows laptop. Thank you so much for joining me today on this video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to like the video. And also, do you have the MacBook Pro? Do you have other laptops that you think I should give a try and you think would meet my needs? Please leave a comment down in the comment section. I'd like to read your comments and maybe try out the laptops as well and see if it will meet my needs. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.